What's going on, guys? Discorlek here, bringing you another Let's Play of Albion Online. In this video, I will be going over the crafting. Now, if you pull up the Destiny board, as you can see, I have not crafted one bit of my life in the Galahad update, so a lot of this will be new to me. Another thing I want to point out, if you've seen my other videos, you'll notice my learning points, I believe is what they're called. Yeah, it's gone up by quite a bit, and that is because of the premium status. That gives you learning points daily, or it might be hourly. Let's just double click. Additional are generated over time while premium is active. You know, I think it's not a lot, but over 30 days, I believe you get around like 200 learning points, something like that. There's a random sparkly. Is that like a hidden feat to maybe unlock? Let's get into it. I just want to show you guys, if you're going to do crafting, gathering, things like that, you're going to want to get an ox. Now, because I do have the Legendary Founders Edition, I have every item at my disposal. And with that being said, your ox allows you to carry a shit ton of materials. Like, look at this. So we're going to dismount. Oh, it needs a novice pickaxe or better. Are you serious? Do I need to have a novice? Oh, boy. Alright, so here we go. Yeah, let's get some rough logs. You know, again, keeping myself within the range of my mounts for easy mount up. But looks like I'll be able to go ham on some trees in here. Oh yeah. Gotta get them rough logs. So this is kind of embarrassing on my part. I probably should have had the better pickaxe, as I wanted to craft some, you know, plate gear to show you guys. But I can always craft range gear. You know what? I actually wouldn't mind making a bow. So here we are, just decimating this forest. As you see, all the materials you can find in-game are found around you in the world. Another cool thing about the world maps I didn't quite mention is players. Yes, you as a player can go and build structures. In fact, this could be... No, that's a place where rats... Alright, let's see if it's on this map. I just want to point out quickly. Nothing here, but there are usually zones that are kind of outlined. And you can go and build, you know, any sort of building. You really start to notice it, player-owned buildings, when you get to cities. So if we go to, like, the globe, I don't think it won't show me the Bridgewatch map, but a lot of it is player-run economy, right? They are building the smithies, they're building, you know, the tailors, things like that. So people who do craft will eventually have to pay a premium in order to craft materials, because there's a usage fee associated with the crafting kiosk. You'll see here that once I finish gathering a ton, a ton of the rough logs here, as you also notice my weight beginning to go up. When I go back to the starting zone, it's free to craft in there. And I believe that will get you up to maybe tier 3 items. And then after that, you will have to begin to pay. Some people, you know, they understand that you gotta work for a living, right? I mean, that's how items in this game are made. And some usage fees are rather nice, while you have some guys who put like a 400% usage fee on it. It's like, okay, you're gonna make one, you know, tier 1 item in a city, and the guy's gonna charge you like 4,000 silver for it. The other thing I want to mention are the islands. Each player has access to their own island. They were free in the earlier betas and the alphas. I don't know if they're free anymore. I'll try to get over to Bridgewatch to see if I can show you that. But I just want to finish getting some items for you guys here to at least be able to craft something, right? Oh, there's some rough stone up there. Yeah, let's do that. So we got some more rough stone. I should be able to mine that. Or down here. Yes, copper ore, okay. I must say, they've done a great job with the animations. Alright, and over time these do replenish. Just to point out, in case you're out there crafting and you're like, shit, you know, everything's gone in this area, what the heck, I've mined it all or I've done it all, it will regenerate after, you know, a few minutes, anywhere from a few minutes to a few hours, depending on the tier of resource that you were mining or gathering. So here we go, rough logs, of course, regenerate rather quickly. So, you know, you can just deforest this entire place, and by the time I leave, craft a couple things that come back, you know, they should all be back at least 1 out of 2 logs, maybe even 2 out of 2. Alright, so we're at 20%. Wait, we got 1287 logs, like, gathering logs quicker than RuneScape, let me tell you. Start nothing but a woodcutter's guild. Also, if we just quickly pop open the Destiny board here, since I was gathering, so gather tier 2 resource and get fame, 240 fame. So it looks like rough logs and things like that do not count as tier 2 resources. They are the tier 1, as they are the lesser materials. I believe that copper ore, though, however, what I did mine, was considered a tier 2. Let's see if I can find some more copper ore. I know killing deer and stuff like that, you can skin them as well. Ooh, is that resource depleted? Okay. Got a little excited for nothing. Oh, it's a stump. I thought that was stone or something to mine. But yeah, for those skinners out there that, you know, you want to go leatherworking, you know, you just kill the local wildlife here and just skin away and take it back to the tanner, tan the hides, etc. I even zoomed in on max. Looks like I picked a poor area, although it is a starting zone, so you're going to get a lot of, you know, new players to the game running in and kind of hoarding these materials. But as the game progresses, as time goes on and there's less and less new players and more people kind of get, you know, develop characters, things like that, these zones should then become prime for those who just want to get right into the PvP aspects as opposed to gathering. Another thing I just want to point out is in these little cities there are resources for you to gather if you didn't want to go out into the world. Like, let's see, is this copper? Oh yeah, look at that, 9 copper ore untouched. Nobody's mining this stuff. It is all shared as well. That's one thing I just want to point out. Everybody here can mine these. Who's gonna get it? Oh wow, the guy's got a better pick than I do. So you see, because I am premium, I got a bonus on that last one. And you can also see the people that are walking really slow, their weight, it must be like really high up there. I think that's kind of funny because a lot of people kind of forget about it, about weight affecting their speed. And that's why I always recommend, you know, fast gear, something that can give you a boost in your movement speed. But let's get into it. Here's the usage fee that I was talking about. As you see, it's plus 0% as we are in a starting zone, so there's nothing else to it. As you can see, the highest we can make are tier 3 items. Only craftable from everyone. So, oh, I see. I can make tin ore from my copper ore, but you know, I gotta get somewhere, right? So let's craft these 33 bars. Well, that's nice. You used to have to do them individually. I remember that was a pain in the ass when you had to come and you had to like tan hides at this place, or sorry, yeah, make cloth or something, and you had like 99 flax in your inventory, and you're sitting there trying to you know, trying to make all this stuff, and just one after another after another after another. Kind of nice that they did that. Alright, so let's make some planks. Birch planks, yeah. Oh, I can't make any planks because I've got crappy tier 1 wood. Here we go, there's some birch trees right here, I'll just take them down. I must say, crafting this game / like gathering resources is almost therapeutic. You just throw on some of your favorite music and just head on out there. And at the same time, you can make a lot of bank for it too. Alright, so you see we got ton of planks. Just go ahead, craft those up. Boom. Gives you fame, by the way. Oh. Can I use... I can't make chestnut. Okay. It's rough stone. In fact, you know, I'm just gonna toss this rough stone. Yeah. Toss these 95 logs. It's kind of pointless to get. Maybe get the sickle and maybe gather that because I know that those are tier 2. Do I have one of those? I do. Also notice the durability begins to go down as you use things, of course. It's with most games. So you're going to get some cotton. Sorry, I said it was flax. It's my bad. Alright, let's try to unlock those journeyman tools, as they are better than these primitive primitive ones that I have on my character currently. And I hope that, you know, this is just kind of showing you guys what to expect if you want to go the gathering route in Albion upon release in the summer. Looks like we basically just kind of swapped there. So here, I'll come and make some simple cloth. We'll craft that. Focus, this is something that I was looking at as well. I believe that when you use focus, yeah, so it gives you, by using the focus that your character earns, I believe they replenish it over time, kind of like the learning points thing. However, focus is something that has maybe a cap. The more focus you use, the more return on investment, kind of. Oh. Cool, you can see who owns it. Owner system, built by system. Sorry, this to sidetrack you guys. Administration. Change fees. Modify reward. Reward for 1,000 nutrition. Oh! Sort of like sidetrack so much, but I just want to point out, when you get your own island in this game, or you have any of your own buildings, you have to upkeep them. Which is kind of good because it allows people who, you know, like get in there first, play the game, build their first house, and then they kind of forget about it and leave. Oh, can't even see what he's gathering and how much he gathered. Oh. It allows like buildings, you know, to deteriorate, wear away, they lose the land, and someone else can come in and take it over. And I think that's kind of cool, but at the same time, kind of annoying if that's all you want to do is economy-wide, because you're gonna have to be upkeeping so many things. But if you keep on top of it, I'm sure you could own a huge monopoly after a while, because it said you can reward people for giving you nutrition, and I'm assuming that means upkeeping the buildings for you. So if people in the town were like, hey, I really like this guy, he's a fair, you know, fair person for letting us use his shop, I'm gonna, you know, thank him by repairing his shop for him or something, you know? So we're just gonna make some more. So we've got 72 cloth, 42 planks, 33 bars. Let's get into it. Oh, we both hit the same one. Oh, will I get it? Yeah. Almost at got the gathering, but here we are for the crafting. So you walk over to the crafting station, system workbench. So at the workbench, you can make, of course, all the plate. Oh, looks like, oh, what? Okay, never mind. Wrong workbench. Okay, so here we're at the real smithy. As you see, you can make some tier 2 things. Come here, novice soldier's armor, things like that. Study. Studying an item will cause it to break, and you'll gain at least 100% of crafting fame you would get from crafting it. Interesting. Does this mean that someone could basically just buy a ton of items off the auction house and gain crafting experience? Like crafting fame? Okay, let's give it a go. So we'll craft one of these. Yeah, let's craft another one. So how much fame? So that was 24 fame. If we go into study, boom. Journeyman refiner, no, adept adventurer. I think that's all it's going. What if we focus? Ooh. Yeah, you know, let's quickly focus there. So I was getting the forge crafter. I was getting all that fame was going towards that. So this is something that I actually just learned. So you could pretty much go to, let's run to the auction house here. You could go to this auction house. Just go, what we're doing. Product, no, it was armor, right? Yeah, armor. Let's go tier 2. Novice soldier, look, it's 15 silver. That's what this guy's selling for. I wish he could buy a bunch of this stuff. Can I create a buy order? Yeah. Duration, total 1, mid quality, asking price, enchant level. Oh. I guess you can make a buy order, and then once it gets filled, kind of like the Grand Exchange. So here we go. You know, let's boom. Okay, so we bought 4 of these. Now that should, oh, it's 480. Whoops, I was thinking it was the 240. Let's see how much this pushes us up if we go to study. Whoops, didn't mean to equip that. Kind of sucks that we have to drag this over. That's what it is. Holy. You get an extra 30 fame in there. Yeah, 35% fame. Study. Oh, I see. Studying would also cost silver once you get to higher end materials. But there you go. So there's the Warrior's Forge Crafter. You know that. Whoa, is that a lava sheet? Oh my god, whoops. That's just one thing to note. You know, if you just want to skip gathering altogether and just go right into crafting, you can just easily do that. Although I can see the benefit for players who might, you know, have gathered a ton of materials and maybe are selling the raw materials, but at the same time, you know, they want to level their crafting. Seems a little counterintuitive, but something you could do in this game. Next up, we have, whoops, cloth gear. Got 72 of these guys. So they have improved the crafting quite a bit. As I said before, you could only make, what happens when you focus on this? Resource return rate was going to cost less or something. Resource save 5. Okay, so you can't save resource. Okay. As I was saying, the crafting system, it used to take a little while to craft certain things. Like I said, you'd be spending the majority of your time just making plank after plank after plank, or, you know, bolt of cloth after bolt of cloth, etc., etc., etc. So they've simplified it, kind of streamlined it a bit. Quite a bit of resources to make the bow, I believe. Didn't think it was this many, so they've kind of bumped up everything to kind of even things out. And as you see, you can craft all the types, and like we had before with studying. I wonder if I study in here. Actually, no, I want to keep that bow. But can I put these? Oh, unable to study at this building. Okay, so you have to study at the buildings in which you crafted them originally. This building here, the Saddler, I just want to point out, this is where you create mounts. This is where players create mounts, I should say. Whoa. Giant stag, so the Christmas stag. So it looks like you need a decorative bridle and, of course, the Adept's riding horse. Now, with this here, people who have farms, you can basically raise the animals. And that's how you achieve this right here. As you see, it requires 20 thick leather. That's probably for the saddle, things like that. And then you get the horse from your farm or wherever you've got the stead that's raising animals, and go from there. I think that's kind of cool how you can literally craft mounts. Here we go, repair. This, I don't know if I went over this in my other videos, but I just want to let you guys know, as your gear, you know, does deteriorate over time, you can just pay, have it all done. As your gear ranks up in tiers, like tier 4 and onward, you will have to go to a repair station that can repair it. Not sure if these basic ones, like, it's a journeyman repair expert, so I can assume that it will only go up to tier 2, maybe tier 3. Yeah, it did repair my tier 3, so tier 3 is probably its highest it can go. You can also salvage items as opposed to studying, but I feel like salvaging them Okay, so you get a bit of silver, but I would... We can even... To try to improve the lower quality item is the highest chances. Okay, so you can change its quality. Sorry, I was just reading that quickly. But I just want to point out that if you had the choice between salvaging and studying, I would probably go with studying because you're going to get the fame. It's going to contribute towards your kind of overall adventurer level, so to speak, and it will also contribute to the field in which you want to go. So, you know, if you want to make bows and hunter equipment based like that, you got to unlock the journeyman, and then that unlocks this massive tree. So as you see, like I had mentioned, I like plate. That's why I was crafting majority of the plate stuff here. I'll definitely just buy a bunch more chest items, study them for you, and then I'll unlock this and just kind of show you guys where it can go from there. I also want to hit that tier 2 crafting item. So it looks like, yeah, I'll just look. Yeah, that guy's already done that. So here we go. Only 4 fame, that's the downside. Just bear with me here. See, like, crafting, I feel like it's just something you can go out there and just spend days doing. I mean, my weight goes up roughly 1% per time I harvest this cotton. There we go, trainee gatherer. Alright. Boom, so this is now learned, or unlocked I should say. And now we can go in and it looks like you can get some pretty 0 out of 100. So let's just see if you were to become like nothing. Oh, cost to learn 40, so you'd have to fill the red bar and then pay 40. Okay, so 0.2 bonus to item power for all or minor gear. Interesting. Adept's minor cap, adept's minor garb. This is cool. I didn't realize. So they have gone pretty much full on into the gathering equipment. I didn't realize they had added all this stuff. It looks like you don't get that till the next level. Does the lumberjack have stuff? Lumberjack's cat. Lumberjack. Okay. Warrior. Alright. Harvester. Okay, so that's pretty cool. I wonder if I can buy this stuff already. I mean, I won't be able to wear it, but I want to know if people are making that kind of gear. I don't even know what it... I don't know if it'd be under... Oh, gathering gear. Whoops. So if we go to buy, gathering gear, all... Okay, so it looks like nothing's for sale in this auction house, so we'd have to head over back to Bridgewater, of course, and that's where we'd be able to look at that stuff. But I also want to get the tier 2. Here we go. Buy me one of those. Yeah, doesn't really matter to me for how much I'm paying for this stuff anyways. I can kind of really only see myself mining and woodcutting. Stone is used more in construction when you're building buildings on your island, which I also want to show you guys. That might be in a separate video, because other than this, there's not really too much more to show in terms of crafting. Yeah, so let's go back to armor, tier 2, yeah, let's just... Okay, so we got 10 of these bad boys. Boom. Okay. I just want to show you guys. So that is a tier 1 tool. When we equip it, boom. I like that. You know, you can kind of gives you a good idea, visual indicator, I should say, of what to look for if you're in PvP. You know, just of course not gather items, but keep an eye out on what your enemy's kind of equipped and what his shield looks like, what his sword looks like. Then you have a better idea of what kind of gear he's wearing as well. So here we go. If we just go into study, so we can study 8 things at a time. Hopefully I bought enough to push me over the fame threshold. I believe I did though. So here we go, we're going to study that. Boom, 192 fame. Wow, okay, just shy. Also, I wanted to show you guys, you know, some of the other, what the other gear looks like, as most of you have only seen me wearing plate. So for the longest time, I wanted to make a battle mage. I thought that was like the coolest thing, you know, someone like a plate wearer with a hood, like with a cloth hood, and you know, the fire staff and the spell book, kind of like some of the images that Albion Online has for their, you know, desktop backgrounds, things like that. And I must say, their combat system allows you to do that. You're not limited to just wearing only plate. Yes, at the beginning you're going to have to wear nothing but it in order to gain the fame. Because you see it says kill... yeah, so you'd have to wear the Novice's Scholar robe in order to unlock this. And then from there, you can equip just the cowl, just the robe, or just the boots. And if I'm correct... Oops. If we go to the boots here, almost all the boots have some sort of running spell, and in fact, I believe that they might almost all be the same in terms of that. So we have Energetic Sprint, increase your movement speed by 100% for 3 seconds, and it regenerates 5 energy per second for 3 seconds. We throw up these boots. I get access to 2 spells, but I of course chose the Run, which increases your movement speed by 60% for 10 seconds. And Swiftness, which I don't have a choice between, unlike this, the cloth boots, which give me the Courier, increase your maximum load by 12 kilograms, which is useful for those of you who are gonna, you know, be pursuing the gathering route. However, now with that gathering gear, it almost makes me wonder what is the... I guess I shouldn't say what is the point of this stuff, because it's only tier 2, right? You haven't earned that gathering gear stuff yet. If we look at the cowl, just to, you know, differentiate, so we have Force Field, knocks back all enemies around you. I wonder, can I use this? Boom. That's pretty cool. And increases Frost Shield. Yeah, let's go with Frost Shield because I already have the Mend Wounds. You guys have probably seen that in, you know, when I fight and things like that. So let's see the Frost Shield once it comes off cooldown. It's pretty cool. I like it. Anywho, so yeah, in terms of crafting, that's all that's really to it. I kind of forgot what I was where I was going with after when I was looking at all the gear and oh right, I needed to go get a couple more pieces to unlock the Journeyman Warrior's Forge. So if we go back, armor tier, whoops, that's the complete. Just buy 3 just to be sure that I'll have enough. Take all, boom. So here we go, see different little run speed. Let's go to study. 24, yeah. Okay, 3 will push me just over. Alright, so proficiency gained. Now we've unlocked this segment of the crafting board. and we can begin crafting, or I shouldn't say begin crafting. Well, yeah, I guess it will unlock the Adept Shield, the Adept's Crossbow, Hammer, Mace, Axe, or Battle Axe, Sword, Soldier Helmet, Plate Armor, and Plate Boots. Now if we go back to this guy over here, the crafting station, and we look, it has all been unlocked, and of course they require tier 3 materials, which you will find out there in the zone, and I think I did pass that that bronze. It wouldn't be bronze. You need, yeah, tin and copper to make bronze. Put that mining node. So here I'm just going to store this stuff momentarily. As for the tier 1 gathering tools, you know, something you might want to hang on to. You can use any sort of gathering tool to gather lower level things, but of course, you know, if you don't want to waste durability on some of your better gathering tools, then it's something to look into, I guess. So it's probably quicker if we mount up, maybe, although the ox is a little bit slow. It is by far the mount of choice for the gatherers out there. I'm unsure about the donkey that I got. Don't really know what it does, if it's kind of like an in-between. So here we go. This is where that node should have been. Yes, there it is. Tin ore, okay. So you see a little bit longer to gather, but it gives you more fame. And I did get the bonus there, so that's nice. Boom, off we go. Whoops. I'll just run it out. Once the spell comes off, I'll be able to use my other ability. Alright guys, well, that's all there pretty much is to it, to the World of Albion in terms of crafting and gathering. I apologize, this video is probably a little bit longer than I had originally intended. I thought it was just going to be like, you know, a quick little 10-minute video, just overlaying what it's like to craft and gather. But I got a little sidetracked on certain things, and I do apologize about that. But let me know what you guys thought down in the comments below, and what else you guys would like to see in terms of this game. And, you know, don't forget to join the party and hit that subscribe button, and stay tuned for my next video. Thanks, guys.